So you got like a favorite memory with AI, playing with him, you know what I'm saying? Or like a specific play even, you know what I mean? Because there's certain moments where you see a superstar really be a superstar.
My favorite memory playing with Chuck is like the fact that I was able, like I'm learning, like I'm watching him, how he prepares for games. Because, you know, it's everybody prepared for games differently, but you hear narratives of Chuck and people, you know, when they get traded and, you know, you got to break those narratives. And a lot of times those narratives don't be true. You know what I mean? They be false. So I remember like as the season going on, and I'm like studying like how he's getting ready for the games and how he come in and how early he come in and what he do. Because again, I still got to learn personnel, right? So I'm learning, I'm peeping him, how he, you know, getting dressed and sneakers and how he lay his shit out on, you know, how he lay his towel on the floor and, you know what I mean? Like what shoe he put on first, what sock he put on first, the Walkman that he, you know, I'm paying attention to all of this. I got to learn the music he's listening to. He's listening to fucking Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, like, and I'm like, oh shit, like I would be expecting to be listening to, you know, some crazy shit. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is different. And he just vibing, he just cooling, you know, go get his ankles taped, come back. Like he just you know, he turned into his locker. Like, so I'm like, oh shit, this is how you prepare. I'm still learning different people. And we went from a couple hours before the game, laughing and joking, and to like the switch. And I saw the switch. I was able to experience that AI switch when he go from the lovable AI laughing, one headphone on, one headphone off, like Walkman, the CD player. He used to listen to the DVD. He used to walk around watching the DVD player all the time.
The portable DVD?
The portable DVD of Martin.
Yo.
All Martin though. So all he watched was Martin.
Pre-game in there?
Pre-game is Martin. So it's like, I'm learning like how people react and get ready and able to lock in and focus. But I don't know. I know he's about to go out there and get 40. I want to know how he's about to go do it.
Yeah.
Everybody else is working out before the games. This motherfucker ain't getting no shots up. He ain't doing shit. And then that switch, we about to run out and that switch hits. And you see it and you understand greatness and you understand how somebody can just take it from here and take it from there in a split second and how you can lock in and how you need to lock in. Like that for me, that was my favorite experience. Like one of my favorite experiences, like being with AI and playing on the same team, just wanting to learn his movements and wanting to learn how he think and just like, yo, damn, because I gotta get on the same page with him in order for this to work.
Yeah.
So, and we're very, very similar in certain ways. So it's like, yo, this is how it's gonna work. We gotta hang around each other. We gotta, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of things that we had to do to kind of mold that and make that work. So especially younger in my career, I was able to see like, damn, this is a superstar. Like this is how he, and I'm trying to make my way up
get up there,
way.
get to that level. Yeah. So champ, I'm thinking like, we got the 7 p.m.s, right?
Okay.
Giving out awards.
Okay.
If the NBA could make an award for Allen Iverson, what would that award be? What would it be for? This year's 2024 Allen Iverson Award recipient is Damian Lillard for having the hardest mixtape of 2024.
Yeah. It is, and I don't want it to be like, oh, the best player under 6 feet, 6'1" award. Like it can't be something cliche-ish like that. Like a hard over height award, like, you know, it's like something like hard over height, a cultural, you know, somebody who's changing cultures.
That
right?
part,
like,
bro.
You know, who I just think that is a cultural trophy. A cultural award.
Yeah.
Should be an Allen Iverson award, right? Because underneath of that culture, that means it's not just, oh, I'm doing this. Like I'm actually creating a culture within our culture and adding to our culture and being creative within our culture. So it's not a lot of people who are doing that. And AI was doing it like unknowingly, because that's just was the culture at that point in time.
And that's I was off of that. I was gonna ask you, like, did that make you feel more comfortable coming in? You know what I'm saying? Because you could like, I could be me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't got to do.
Meaning when he came to Denver?
So no. Like when he came in the league, like 96.
Yes.
And they compare y'all draft classes a lot too.
Yeah,
96,
I know, I'm sick of it.
You already know. Like that's
sick
like
of it.
That's like the Jordan Bron debate. Like that's
sick of it.
That's a forever debate. So seeing him come in the league and have his own style, his own way that he carried himself and all of that, did that make you feel like more comfortable? Like, you know what I'm saying? I could be Melo, man. I could be Carmelo Anthony.
You picked your lane. Again, it was two lanes. I mean, we spoke about this in earlier episodes. It was two lanes that was actually happening. And it was that clean-cut suit, professional, Michael Jordan-esque, you know what I mean? Like that, even though he was different, but it was just that lane. And then it was at this time, the streets, culture, attitude, ego, you know what I mean? Family, loud, enjoying hood, ghetto, like that. It was the cultural lane too.
Right.
So when you came in, you was one of those. So yes, he definitely changed that, and I had to go that route. I had to, because that was the route. That was the only route that I knew of at that time. That's the only route I knew at that point in time.
The boxy suits, it wasn't for you.
Only on draft night. Suits, only boxy on boys and all like that. The boxy suits wasn't for me. And I used to have arguments, debates with my agent back then at the time. He was like, Mel, you got to put a suit on. I was like, nah. He used to always tell me, talk to me in 5 years. Talk to me in 5 years. You're going to be having the suit on. You'll put a suit on.
So there's a lot of like media out there, you know what I'm saying, of you and AI like together. And it looks like the relationship is like kind of like a mentor, big bro, like, listen, I've been here. Like, is it like that for real?
I was considered at this time like AI's little brother, like at the time, right? And it was like, even though he's going through what he's going through, he was the only one that I could look at and look up to, that because I felt like he was the only one who understood my dynamics and what I was dealing with and what I was going through, and still have to be somewhat of elite on a daily basis. So that's the only thing I could base it off of, was looking at him and saying like, damn, how the fuck every day is Philadelphia 76ers, Allen Iverson, Larry Brown. It's every single day. And then you have the headline, and then you look at the stats and the games, and it's like, damn, he's going through all of this and getting 40s and 45s and 50s and carrying a team at 6 foot, 6'1". Like, this is crazy. So I started to like, no matter what is happening off the court or around me, I'm still gonna go out there and perform. Fuck it. And there's not a lot of people who understands that. So when he came to Denver, it was almost like, damn, like, nigga, you home now. Like, big bro is home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, even though he went through his experiences and maybe still was going through some experiences, he was still able to like, yo, champ, like, nah, leave that shit alone. Like, he was still able to give me that. And I'm like, damn, this, what? Nigga, you telling me that? Like, you telling me that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, and then I started to just learn and like flip my mindset a lot. And like, he was a big brother that you look for.
Right.
Nigga who just come home type of shit. Like, that's how he was. Your brother been up north for a while, come home, you talking to him, but you see him from afar, and letters and notes and
putting you on game and stuff.
Right, and then when you come home, you really getting that 101, the shit that, you know what I mean? That information, that how to do it.
Firsthand.
Right. So that was that, and he always was right there. I was getting in this shit, he right there by my side. Press conferences. Well, usually it was him. It's usually him in that seat. Right? And then you look and see who's next to him. So having him by my side in these press conferences and, you know, while I'm fucking up off the court, having him, I got you, I'm here.
I know how to navigate this.
I've been through this already.
Yeah.
Right? So he was always that. He was always, no matter what, no judgment. Yeah, I've been through it too. Yo, basketball season might be wrapping up soon, but Prospects has got you covered when it comes to help you make some bread during the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Prospects is a daily fantasy app where you can select 2 or more players, pick more or less on his projected stats, and turn $25 into $250. Prospects is very simple to play. I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds.
So be sure to visit prospects.com/7pm and use our promo code 7pm for a deposit match up to $100. In the meantime, stay locked in to 7pm in Brooklyn.